Hello, and welcome to the Expert Summit. I'm Gregishka Felix. I'm a money mindset mentor, a human behavior expert, the founder of The Brave Womanhood, and host of Lead Her Summit, our mission impact movement. We're here together today to talk about leveraging virtual summits to grow your email list and build a targeted, responsive audience. In 30 seconds? I'm just kidding. I'm sure you probably knew that, but just want to make sure. Because the truth is, there's no such a thing as a one-size-fits-all formula for success. But what I can give you today is a solid framework that you can use to start building your email list so that it's profitable for you on the other side. What can being a host do for you? What about being a featured speaker? Is being interviewed for a digital conference worth your time, even if it's free? Making some money as an affiliate or building to follow with social media? Yes, it is great. It's great strategies. It's often what many people focus on. But is there anything else that may attract you to become a regular speaker on virtual summits or create your own? Today, I'll be sharing my top secret plug and play formula to interview your way to success for your list build and nurturing a community that is targeted towards what you want. But first, let me just say that I'm very excited to be here today. I truly am, because I know what a big deal it is to raise your hand and take this next step in your business, whether it's you're a new entrepreneur, whether you're scaling up, and decide that you're going to bring a new audience into your pipeline. It is scary, but yet at the same time, it's exhilarating, because how exciting it is to share your knowledge out there over the course of your lifetime and into something that can help someone and create that movement, that impact movement into someone else's life. That's my jam, and that's what I love. When I first started to grow my online business, Brave Womanhood, I was leaving my offline branding photography boutique, which was really successful at the time. But the world of the online, the rules were completely different than how to build a business offline. I felt like a newbie. I felt that I had no power and I had lost my power. I was not holding it properly. I had no followers. I had a list, but I had the wrong audience on it. I didn't even understand how you could build your list, because my list was based on networking. So this idea of creating an audience and nurturing it, and not an industry-based audience, was completely different for me. I had to start over from scratch. I was the new kid on the block. Anyone from the 80s and the 90s? And truth be told, I was not such a cool girl back then. Well, fast forward. In the midst of the pandemic, I went from 0 to 250 subscribers that came from being featured as a speaker. Then I switched and I decided that I wanted to host my own virtual summit. And then my email list exponentially grew. And I was able to build an authority, and I'm continuously doing so. Did I dance? Of course I did. I felt like I was no longer the new kids on the block, and I was like in. I had more engaged subscriber, because that was one of the greatest benefits in 90 days than I had in my entire time with my offline and my online business. When we typically move from the offline world to the online world, we oftentimes are bombarded with different types of strategy to grow our baseline, to grow and pour into our new business. And learning the rope of online sometimes feels overwhelming, and it actually cuts into other areas of your life, right? So including your time, your energy, your money, your productivity, boundaries, freedom, dare I say, your sanity. No wonder we start to get resentful, overwhelmed, and frustrated towards our business, because that's not the reason why we signed up for a business in the first place. We initially create business to have more time, to have more energy, to have more money, so we can both impact the world with our contribution and show up for the people that matters the most. I help business owners bridge the gap so that they are no longer into the grind and hustle and can actually enjoy their life with the people that they love. And I first learned that through doing summits. Before diving into the different strategy, it's important to spend a moment to talk about what is a virtual summit. Virtual Summit is an online conference that features a series of speakers who discuss a specific theme or topic through either a pre-recorded or a live audio or video session. This is how a typical virtual summit works. Attendees sign up for free by joining the organizer's email list. Every day, the audience receives an email with an instruction and links to access the presentation of the day. Each presentation is available for a limited window of time. Once the window of time has passed, the only way to get access to each session is by purchasing the Virtual Summit Lifetime Access Pass, which means to have access to the replays and all the goodies behind the scene. Whether you're a host, an event organizer, or a featured speaker on someone else's platform, here are the benefits. You have access to a new audience. You can promote with permission your content. You can promote your product or services. You have new people joining your community. You can grow your email list. You can network with influencers and people in your own industry, monetize as an affiliate, get new customers for your product or service if you are in a joint venture. While it is possible to make money out of the summits by promoting the event through affiliates, links, and so on and so forth, for me, I accept to participate in such event to do three main things. The first, build my authority. The second, grow my email list with an engaged community. Meet new people in my industry so that I can connect with them offline on LinkedIn. The question is how do you go about list building on virtual summits? Whether you are a host or a featured speaker. As a featured speaker, ask yourself, who is the audience the virtual summit addresses? And is this audience a good fit for what you do? Saying yes to the wrong summit with the wrong audience for your business is a big no. You'll build, obviously, authority with that audience, but will end up burning yourself out. And it will be a waste of time for both the organizer and their attendees. So ensure that your presence and your topic is aligned with your business. What is the topic of your presentation is the second question you should ask. The more you know, the better it is for you to carry out your email list growth strategy. If your topic is not relevant to the audience and it doesn't address their challenges, there's no need for them to come over to your world. Therefore, you'll have a great presence on that stage, but nothing in return. Offer a free opt-in during your presentation, which will direct the audience onto a landing page. Make sure that you add an affiliate plugin to look at the analytics from that session, such as PrettyLink or Bitly. Make sure the free opt-in has a clear connection with the topic of your virtual summit presentation. create a checklist. Maybe it's a link to your course, a free segment of your course. Maybe it's an ebook and you want to share a chapter. Maybe it's something that is it's relatively based on what the audience wants to hear. Make sure that you know who is the audience. Speak to the organizer. Make sure that it's relevant and those people are the type of people that you want to bring into your own community. Ensure you have an email marketing service to manage your email list, your landing page, builder, and a call to action, a very clear call to action. As a host, the strategy is similar with a twist. But also the great things about creating your own summit is that you can choose the topic that is of interest to you too. I'll give you an example. You may be serving mompreneurs, and you may decide to speak about a business, how to manage a business as a mom, or you could create something that is related to their life. How do you manage work-life balance as a mom and with holding a business? That could be a very great topic. Another topic idea that you may have is offering a virtual summit or conference based on moms who are successful, who are running 8-figure businesses and have experts who are moms and who are working and yet still able to manage their relationship with their kids. You might also have another idea is having moms who are successful from a business perspective, but are having issues in their relationship or are not unable to find a mate or a spouse or a partner to help them and to be with them. So they're very successful on the one hand, but having issues on the other. Those are great topics that you can tackle and have experts who can speak and address these different issues and challenges that nurtures your own audience. Do you see why I love hosting summits? First of all, it allows you to learn more and listen to different perspectives, and also nurturing your own audience that are trusting and knowing you to bring things that they want to hear. Plus, it allows you to bring and inject new people into your pipeline who are also interested into the same type of topic. So when you make it about what they want now, it actually removes such a big pressure that oftentimes I'm hearing entrepreneurs, aspiring entrepreneurs, emerging entrepreneurs put on their own shoulders. It's a great strategy to research market your audience while they are right now in your audience, in your community. How does it work? You create a landing page by purchasing a domain via services like Namecheap or other similar services. Then you create the landing page with an affiliate plugin, opt-in video, clear space to have your call to action for registration. Then you offer the lifetime access pass. And then all this is attached to an email service, marketing service. I use Flowdesk, love Flowdesk. But you could use ActiveCampaign, MailChimp. There's others out there. Then you survey for the audience because you want to know what they want, where's their challenge, how you can serve them, what is keeping them up at night. And then you create an automated workflow to start nurturing and building your community. Why do I do that? Well, because I'm a human to human person. I like connection and I want to know how I can serve them. And I want them to know this is not a bot. This is not someone else emailing them, but I want them to feel engaged, feel that they matter, and feel that I can serve them. And that allows me to serve them better and be there for them. Other people are using workflow and that works well because it is time consuming. Who is this virtual summit for? Virtual summits are for both new entrepreneurs who are starting their business from scratch with no list, with no reputation, and they're invisible and working behind the scene. That is a great way for you to build your authority and share your expertise within your industry and with people. It's also, Virtual Summit is also an effective tool for established and thought leaders to access a new audience and establish their own authority. Who should you bring as a guest speaker on your summit? As much as you would like to interview Prince Harry or Queen Elizabeth or Elon Musk or even Tony Robbins for your virtual summit, I strongly encourage you to focus on the goal of your virtual summit and targeting the people that can address your audience needs. I often bring in international best-selling authors. Why? Is because they oftentimes are very well established with a massive audience, and they often want to sell and promote their books. So what a great way to bring authors in and then allowing them to pour into my community, and as much as allowing their community to join ours. So it's a win-win for all of us. So my community receive and I receive, the author receive, and everyone is happy. You may receive no's, right? So you're calling Tony Robbins' assistant, and she's like, well, his book. Or perhaps a no is not a definite no. It's not about you. It's most of the time the established, well-renowned authors and speakers and this industry leaders are already booked for 6 months in advance. So if you want to reach Elisa Nichols, you need to go through the pipeline, and obviously you might have to pay to play or find a way to exchange services, in the sense that she might want to pour in, you might have the audience that she needs to speak to, so as she's launching another product. So there's ways for you to leverage what they need, the speaker's needs, and your audience needs, and find a win-win situation. A no might be a no for today, but it might be very different 6 months from now. As the pandemic has shown, many people had leveraged other people's audience so that they were able to maneuver, and the industry influencer were very available, because as the speaking industry had closed their doors, the physical in-person industry, they had to pivot and create virtual world and be an assist on those platforms. So you never know who you can have. You can have a big name, and you can have a well-known, established author. Whatever you choose, the door is open. Virtual Summit is a human-to-human tool, a marketing strategy, list building, growth tool. Why? Because you're nurturing people, you are speaking to them constantly, you're building an audience, and you're ensuring that you're addressing their needs and not yours. And as you do that, you're addressing the exact problem, which allows you to be more clear into your own messaging. Virtual Summit is both a lead generation and a product development. So use Virtual Summits to help you move forward. Let's recap. Today we've learned how to use Virtual Summit to grow your email list. We learned about a few factors that you should be considering when leveraging your Virtual Summit, whether as a featured speaker or as a host. The first is you should be defining your summit goals. Who are you serving? What type of topic you want to bring in? What is it that your audience is telling you? What do you actually like to cover? You should also be able to curate a tantalizing speaker list. Who are you going to bring in? Which topic that these speakers can address that is very linked to your thematic or your topic. You also learn how to create the win-win opportunity. How does that help your speakers and leveraging their audience? And how does it help you as an organizer or a speaker to be on other people's platform? Also, how do you make a win-win situation? Does your audience match with the speaker? It's a very similar mindset that we use for podcasts. And then we also learn how to nurture a strong relationship with our online community by constantly asking and asking what's their challenge, what do they want, what keeps them up at night, how do we help them, who they want to see on the summit, the next summit or the upcoming summit, how do these summit or presentation help them move forward in with their life. Your summit is not set in stone. You can definitely experiment with different formats. You fine tune it and it works for you and your audience. Thank you so much for hanging out with me at the Expert Summit and talking about the power of virtual summit to grow your email list and your community that you absolutely love showing up for every single day. I would love to connect with you. So you can find me over on Instagram or LinkedIn at Grigishka or at bravewomanhood.ca. So let's connect because I would love to cheer you on your list building journey.